everyone! My name's Jenny.
And my name is Daniel, and welcome to a very special assembly brought to you today by Google and Parent Zone. Now it's special because today you are going to embark on a journey to become Internet Legends!
Now we're sorry we can't be with you in person, but we promise you're going to have a lot of fun. And you'll see Daniel and I are keeping a good distance apart as well. So we have a lot to share with you today. Sit back, make yourselves comfortable and get ready.
That's right, but to start our show, we need your help. Do you think you can help us today, guys?
Yeah,
I'm sure you can. So in a moment, you are going to see a number 5 appear on your screen. And when it does, we want you guys to join in with a countdown from 5 to 1. And then when you get to 1, we need the biggest, the loudest hello you have ever said.
I'm ready. Daniel, are you ready?
I am ready, Jenny.
Guys, are you ready? Watch your screen because in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello!
Whoa, indeed. We're not even in the same room, but I'm pretty sure I still heard you here in our studio.
Me too. Daniel,
Yeah.
You said something about Internet Legends.
Yes, I did. Now, Internet Legends are the masters of the online world, and I'm sure all of you guys watching would agree that the internet is a brilliant place where you can learn and discover so many new things. But when you use the internet, you have to be careful. You have to make the right decisions and you have to look after each other. This is what Internet Legends do.
They sound great, and I bet this stuff is more important now than ever before.
Absolutely, Jenny. Yeah, because so many of us are staying home right now, more and more of us are probably using technology and exploring the internet even more. Some of you might even be submitting your homework online to your teacher, for example.
So, can they all be Internet Legends?
What, these guys watching?
Yeah.
No, I don't think they want to become Internet Legends, Jenny.
Do you want to be Internet Legends? Oh, come on, you can be louder than that. Do you want to be Internet Legends?
Whoa! Okay, we hear you loud and clear. Just because we're staying indoors right now doesn't mean we can't go on adventures. So to be Internet Legends, we are going on an awesome adventure to an incredible virtual world called Interland.
Woo! Wait, Daniel.
Yeah?
Tell them what these things are.
Oh, of course, these guys here are called the Internauts. Don't be shy, everyone, give them a wave.
Hello!
Now, the Internauts, they're a lot like you and me because just like us, they love to have loads of fun exploring online. But because the Internauts live here in Interland, the Internauts are always online the whole time.
Sounds great, right?
Well, yeah, maybe, Jenny, but because they're always online, they have to remember how important it is to stay safe.
Of course. So, let me introduce you to a very special Internaut who goes by the name of Legend.
Now, Legend is a hero to all of the other Internauts because Legend always knows the right things to say and do online.
And this is Legend's friend Pip. Pip's a bit more like you and I. Pip's not always sure of the right thing to do online, but together and with Legend's help, we can make sure we all make the right decisions.
That's right, but guess what? Not everyone in Interland is good. These little guys here are called dun dun dun, the Internauties. And they like to cause trouble and make the other Internauts unhappy. But I want to point out one specifically, this little guy here on the end in red. That's the oversharer. And they've been dropping letters all over the place. And do you know what? I think they might be trying to spell out a word. So grab yourself a pencil and a piece of paper, write down all the letters you see and see if you can work out what that word is. Wait, is that an I?
So, you found out about the Internauts. Why don't we find out a bit about you? We're going to ask you some questions now, and we'd like you to give us a thumbs up if your answer is yes, and a thumbs down if your answer is no. Now, I want you to join in this time, everyone, and you too, Daniel. Thumbs up for yes, thumbs down for no. Let's begin. Do you use the internet? Give us a thumbs up if you do, or a thumbs down if you don't. I bet they're all going to say yes.
Why do you think that, Jenny?
Because they're using the internet right now to watch us.
Of course, yeah.
If you've said yes, what do you guys use it for?
What about your schoolwork? If you do, again, that's a thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. I guess, in a way, isn't this kind of schoolwork?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's probably a little bit more fun than the normal type of schoolwork, isn't it?
Just a little. All right, what about chatting with your friends online? Do you chat with your friends? If you do, give us a thumbs up for yes, a thumbs down for no. Daniel, I'm chatting with my friends and family more now than ever before.
Me too, absolutely. What about sharing funny pictures like this little guy here in his blanket? If you do, thumbs up for yes, and if you don't, again, that's absolutely fine, a thumbs down for a no. Do you know what? I've been sharing loads of funny pictures like this, and videos, of course, just to try and cheer people up.
Great idea. Last one. Who likes playing games online? Do you play games online? If you do, give us a thumbs up for yes, or a thumbs down for no. I've been playing loads of games. In fact, I've got the highest score ever on Interland.
I know you have, but you're always showing off about that, Jenny, aren't you?
Wow, you guys are on the internet a lot, aren't you? Nearly as much as the Internauts. So Daniel, does that make them internet legends?
And not quite, Jenny, because to be internet legends, we have to follow a pledge. That is 5 simple but powerful promises to ensure that your online lives are epic. Here they come. So first of all, to be an internet legend, you need to be sharp and think before you share. You need to be alert and check it's for real. You need to be secure and protect your stuff. You need to be kind and respect each other. And lastly, you need to be brave. And when in doubt, discuss.
Daniel.
Yes?
That's loads for them to remember.
Is it?
Isn't it? I'm going to teach you a really simple way to remember all of this. It goes sharp, alert, secure, kind, brave. Did you catch that? Because I want you to join in this time. And I want you to be so loud, you blow the roof off. Ready?
Sharp, alert, secure, kind, brave!
Yes!
Wow, that was loud, guys. Right, guys, are you ready to have some adventures and visit Interland?
Yeah!
Let's go!
Welcome to Interland. And as you can see, there are 4 floating islands where the Internauts hang out. We're going to go through each of them, see if you can spot them around the studio as well. First up in blue, we've got Mindful Mountain. In red, we have Reality River. In orange, the Tower of Treasure. And lastly, our favourite one, in green, Kind Kingdom. So, we're going to begin our journey in Mindful Mountain. This is like the town centre of Interland, and it's where all the Internauts get together. They share their personal pictures, their stories and their thoughts.
That's right, Jenny, but they need to be careful about what they share and who they share it with. Because in this part of Interland, Internauts need to think before they share. And this is called being internet sharp. Now, sometimes Internauts share things they shouldn't.
Yeah, for example, the oversharer loves passing on personal and private information belonging to the other Internauts. They don't even care if it makes them unhappy.
That is right, Jenny, but do you know what? Actually, sometimes it can be a bit difficult to know if something is a good or a bad share, can't it? I'll tell you what, Jenny, since we've got a lovely audience watching today, do you have an example for these guys of a good share?
Yeah! Check it out! Someone drew this really cool picture of a rainbow as a huge thank you to all the doctors, nurses and carers doing such a great job for us right now. They were really proud of this drawing. They were happy for me to share it online because sometimes the more shares you get, the better. Am I right, Daniel?
Well, with something like this, absolutely, Jenny, but do you know what? Not always, because sometimes, guys, you might prefer to be a little bit more private. Sometimes you might just like to share things with your friends or your family. Jenny,
Yeah.
This is a great example of a good share, but do you now have an example for these guys of a not so good share?
Yeah. My cat wouldn't want anyone seeing this picture of their bath time when, let's face it, they're not looking their best. Just because it was my picture and I took it, does that mean it was okay for me to share it, Daniel?
I don't think so, Jenny.
Oh, me neither. So sorry. Let's move on.
Now here's another example. Ooh, yeah. Now you guys remember Pip the Internaut? One time Pip was trying out some serious football skills and messed up.
Ouch.
Now at the time, Oversharer was filming it on their phone. And when they both watched it back together, they both found it funny. But Oversharer found it so funny, they decided to share it with a load of other internauts that Pip didn't know.
Oh yeah, and they found it funny too. So they shared it with their friends, and their friends shared it with their friends, and their friends shared it with their friends, and before long, do you know what happened? It went viral, and everybody in Interland saw that video of poor Pip's football fail. That made Pip feel really sad and really embarrassed. Oversharer was being selfish sharing that video, and just like when we all visit the internet, we all have to think about what we share before we put it online.
Oh yeah, that's right, because when we post something on the internet, we can't always control how many people will see it. And here is a good way for you guys to understand how that works. Well, Jenny, it's challenge time!
Woo! Challenge number 1. And I'm going to challenge you, Daniel, because I've lost my toy cat. He looks a bit like this, and I wondered if you'd seen him anywhere.
I have, Jenny, and I tell you what, I'm going to give you a couple of clues to see if you can find him. So first of all, he's higher than you are.
Okay.
Second of all, if you were looking at a clock, he would be in the number 11 position.
Number 11. There he is! So Daniel,
Yeah.
I've got another challenge for you. What's the cat's name?
I think, Jenny, it might be Colin.
You're right. It is Colin. How did you know that?
Well, you see, I had a sneaky peek of his collar when I hid him.
Wow, you only found out about Colin 10 minutes ago, and you knew personal information like his name. If information can spread that quickly around our studio, imagine how quickly it could spread on the internet.
Yeah, that's right, Jenny. And anything you share could be forwarded or go viral. Not just pictures of Colin or videos of football fails. It could be something like a comment or a joke that you might make online. And then, guys, once it's on the internet, it's there to stay. And then everyone can see it. Even strangers.
Daniel, there's not that many people on the internet.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jenny, why don't you take a guess? You guys can play along as well. How many people do you think go on the internet in the UK every single day? Is it A, 6.22 million? Is it B, 62.2 million? Or is it C, 622 million. I'll give you guys a couple of seconds to have a think about it. And then what I'm going to do, Jenny, is come over to you.
I think I know what it is. I think it's A, 6.22 million.
Okay, you think it's A, 6.22 million. Do you guys agree with Jenny? I tell you what, if you do, you'd be wrong. Jenny, it's actually B, 62.2 million people could go on the internet in the UK every single day. So if you guys took a picture of Colin, for instance, posted that on the internet, 62.2 million people could see that photo. Or to put it another way, that is 690 completely full Wembley stadiums. Now, I don't know about you, Jenny, but to me, that's a lot of people.
Shall we pick our jaws off the floor? Having something go around your school that you didn't want everyone to see, that's bad enough, isn't it? But imagine if this many people saw something that you didn't want them to see.
Yeah, exactly. So remember, guys, always think before you share and don't let an oversharer spoil your fun. So, to be internet sharp, say it with us, you need to
Think before you share. I think they got that, Daniel. So let's take a trip to Reality River. Now this runs through the centre of Interland and it is flowing with facts and fake news. On Reality River, things are not always as they seem.
Yeah, that's right, because in this part of Interland, internauts need to check it's for real. And this is called being internet alert. This is really important for you guys to remember as well when you're on the internet, because sometimes there might be people out there who try and tell you things that just aren't true.
But remember, there's loads of good stuff on the internet. But here's a tip. If something seems too good to be true, chances are it probably is. An internet legend is always alert and they can tell what's fact and what's fake.
Yeah, that's right. So just for an example for you guys, have you heard of phishing?
Yes, I have.
Now, it's a strange word, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about it because
fishing. I've got fishing. Why are we talking about fishing?
Jenny, we're not talking about that type of fishing. Why have you bought the fishing rod?
Oh.
Oh, Jenny.
Oh.
This is so embarrassing.
PH online fishing.
Exactly. We're talking about internet safety, Jenny.
Do you think they noticed?
Probably. I don't know what to do now.
I'll just throw it.
Throw it away.
Carry on, carry on.
Should I just carry on? Okay, all right. Fishing with a PH. This type of phishing, Jenny, is something people do if they're trying to steal your personal information, like your email address or your password online. And guess what? They exist in Interland too. This little blue internauty here is called a fisher, and they like to steal the other internauts' personal information. And would you believe it? Sometimes even their pocket money. Yeah, scary thought. Now, fishers use dodgy emails, fake websites, and online pop-ups to trick you guys into entering your personal information. So, how do we spot a phishing attack? Well,
Daniel,
I'll tell you.
Daniel,
I'm talking here, Jenny.
I've had a pop-up saying I've won a free skin from a game. Yes!
A skin? What's a skin?
A skin, Daniel, is something to make your character look different. I've always wanted this costume. All I have to do is click here to claim my skin.
Wow, this looks amazing, Jenny. But I'll tell you what, just before you click on anything, let's have a look, because guys, this is actually a prime example of what could be a phishing attack. Can you spot any clues as to why it might be a phishing attack?
I've spotted a clue.
Have you?
It's asking for my gamer ID and my password.
Well spotted, Jenny. Let's highlight that now. It's asking for your gamer ID and your password. Now, that is your own private personal information, which you should never give to anyone at all. Secondly, it's asking, if we highlight this one up here, it's saying you have won a free skin for your favorite game. Now, this goes a bit back to what Jenny was talking about earlier, because if something seems too good to be true on the internet, it probably is. Also, let me ask you this, Jenny. Did you enter into this competition? You didn't, did you? Which is another fishy thing as well. But I'm going to highlight one more, because there's one more clue on this page, but it's a bit of a tricky one. It says here, click here to claim your skin. And when you do, it comes up with this random website with lots of different numbers and symbols. And do you know what? All of those things look very fishy to me.
Very fishy. But Daniel,
Yeah.
You love baking. You've been doing loads in lockdown and you go to Cookie Club. How do you know that that website is trusted?
What a good question, Jenny. You're absolutely right. I do go here to Cookie Club, but I go here specifically because it has one of these. We're looking at the website address bar at the green closed padlock, and also the letters in green, HTTPS. That S standing for secure. Now, hopefully, guys, you've seen these things when you've been using websites, because it means the websites you're using are trusted and safe to use. But look at the last website. There's loads of clues to spot if a website is trying to trick you. But I tell you what, if you're not sure about any of these things, who do you think you should check with, Jenny? A trusted?
Adult.
Very good.
So guys, from now on, when we're playing games or browsing, look out for fishy things like links to dodgy websites, online pop-ups offering you something too good to be true, things that are asking for your personal information, and anything else you're not sure about. Always check with a trusted adult. Only go to those safe, secure websites that have closed padlocks and the letters HTTPS. That S stands for secure. And you could help somebody else too. Kapow! Bust a fisher. Busted.
Busted indeed. So guys, to be Internet Alert, say it with us, you need to check it's for real.
We are off to the next part of Interland. It's called the Tower of Treasure. This is where the Internaut's valuables are kept. If you have a device, your valuable things could be your photographs, your phone numbers, even the places you've been.
Yeah, that's right, and all personal information and data is valuable. Everyone should take care to protect their stuff. That means you guys, your parents, the internauts, and that's why an internet legend always knows to protect your stuff. And this is called being internet secure. Now, I'll tell you what, Jenny, we kind of know these things, but I'll tell you what we don't know, the time. Do you know what time it is right now?
I think it's
challenge time! Woo! That's right. In this challenge, we are going to play a game of true or false. We're going to read some statements out to you, and if you think they are true, show us a thumbs up, and if you think they're false, you can show a thumbs down. Jenny's going to play along as well. Let's have a look at statement number 1. True or false? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is one of the most commonly used passwords by people online. Do you think that is true or false? I'm going to go over to you, Jenny, and see what you think.
False.
You think it's false? Do you agree with Jenny? Let's have a look and see what the answer is. It's true, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is one of the most commonly used passwords, and of course, it's not a very strong one. Any password you use should be strong. It should have at least 8 characters with a mixture of uppercase letters, some lowercase letters, some numbers, and some symbols. Okay, let's go to statement number 2. True or false? It's okay to use the same password for all the websites you visit and for all your devices. Do you think that is true or false? Again, Jenny, I'm going to come to you.
I'm saying false.
You say false for that one? Okay, let's have a look and see if you're right.
Yes.
You are, well done. It is false. It's not okay to use the same password for all of the websites or personal accounts you use, or of course all of your devices. You should have different passwords for all your personal accounts and devices, and also, here's a top tip, you should change them regularly as well. Let's go to the third and final statement. True or false? If you close a web browser on the internet, it automatically logs you out of all your accounts. Do you think that is true or false?
I'm going to say false.
You're going to say false for that one, Jenny. Do you agree with her? Let's have a look and see the answer.
Yes.
It's false. Yeah, well done, Jenny. If you close a web browser on the internet, it doesn't automatically log you out of any personal accounts you've been using. Normally, you need to look at the top left or right-hand corner of the screen for a logout, an avatar, photo, something like that that you can click on and then close everything down. Because if you don't, someone could come along, sit at your desk, see all of your personal information and pretend to be you and say things you wouldn't, which isn't good at all.
No, but I'll tell you what is good. I got 2 out of 3. That's pretty good, Daniel.
Jenny, that's really good. But did anyone beat Jenny? Did anyone get 3 out of 3? Don't worry if you didn't, because they are tricky ones. I'm sure you did absolutely brilliant. But you know what? Now it's time to meet the hacker. Can I get a Yeah, now this internauty here is up to no good, trying to steal the other internaut's personal information.
But luckily, there's lots of ways to protect our information from hackers.
That's right, but the best way is by having a strong, safe, secure password. Now, passwords, they're a bit like the keys to your house. They keep all of your good stuff locked up, so only you guys can get to them. Now, I'm sure all of you wouldn't do this. You wouldn't walk out of your house, lock your door, walk down the street and see a stranger and say, "Hello, stranger, stop right there, here's my keys, go and get some biscuits from my house." Would you do that, Jenny?
No!
Of course you wouldn't, so don't do the same thing with your password.
Oh, I see. And when you create your passwords, they have to be tricky so that a hacker can't guess them. Can't just be your name, or the name of your pet like Colin, or your favourite team. So, how do we do that?
Well, it's funny you say that actually, Jenny, because earlier today, Pip was asking me if we could help them build a strong password.
I've got a great idea. What about the word legends?
What a great word, Jenny. Very in keeping with what we're talking about today, but let me ask you this. Is it strong enough?
Ooh, let's find out if the hacker can hack it. Join us with a big game show. Whoa! Hacked it.
Hacked it indeed, too easy. Okay, let's have a look at this password again and see where we're going wrong. Now again, it's a lovely password, Jenny. What I'm going to do first of all is introduce some capital letters. So Pip, do you have any capital letters that we could introduce into this password?
Ooh, it still says legends. Let's see if the hacker can hack it. Ready? Whoa! Hacked it again.
Yeah, he did. Okay, let's again have a look at the password. It still says the word legends, which is great, and I want to keep that so we can remember it. So what I'm going to do now is introduce some numbers that maybe look like some of the letters we've already got into numbers to keep it the same word. So Jenny, if these E's, for instance, were capital E's, what kind of number could they look like?
3s?
Yes, absolutely. And what about this S on the end? What could that look like? What number?
A 5?
Yes, I'll tell you what, Pip, do you have those numbers? Brilliant!
Nice one, and that still looks like legends to me, so I can remember that password. Let's see if the hacker can hack it. Ready?
Whoa!
Oh, Daniel, I thought we had it.
Me too, Jenny. I don't really know where we're going wrong with this one. I'll tell you what, let's have a look at the password again. Lovely word, legends. I can still read that. It's got some uppercase letters, it's got some lowercase letters, it's got some numbers, it's got 8 characters.
Wait.
What?
It's only got 7.
Oh, Jenny, that's where we've gone wrong. Any strong password always has to have at least 8 characters. And guess what? It should include a symbol as well. So Pip, do you have a symbol that we can include in this password to make it 8 characters?
Nice one, Pip. Let's see if the hacker can hack this. Ready?
Whoa!
Yay! We beat the hacker!
We did. Are you happy with that password, Pip?
Woohoo! Pip says, thank you. Legend shared a heart emoji. Let's recap so that we all remember that. We started with the word legends. Choose a memorable words, but it has to be lowercase and uppercase. Make sure you change some of the letters into numbers. Make sure you have at least 8 characters or more. Make sure there's a symbol in there too. And guys, it's just as important to keep your password to yourself.
That's right. So guys, to be internet secure, say it with us, you need to protect your stuff.
We are off to the final part of Interland. It's our favourite place. It's a place called Kind Kingdom. This is where the Internauts come together and just have fun.
That's right, because in this part of Interland, Internauts know to respect each other, and this is called being internet kind. Now, unfortunately, you get bullies in Interland just like you do in the real world. This big yellow bobbing Internautie here is called a cyber bully. And they like to say unkind things to the other Internauts and thinks it's okay to make them unhappy, which we know is not good at all.
Internauts should only ever post, comment or share something that they wouldn't mind receiving themselves. They always think about their comments before they press send. We know all of that.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what we don't know, Daniel. The time! What time is it?
It's challenge time!
Woo! For your third and final challenge today, we're going to show you what's happening in Interland. Daniel's going to give you a choice of 2 emojis. Daniel will choose his favourite emoji, and I wonder if you guys would agree. Check it out. Legend has just posted that they've reached the highest level ever on their favourite game. What could you comment back with an emoji, Daniel?
Well, Jenny, I've got a couple of great emojis here for you. First of all, I have got happy smiley face. Then I've got cool dude. Both good choices, but I know that Legend would be buzzing because they got the highest score in their favourite game. So I'm going to call Legend a cool dude.
Ooh, great choice. I wonder if you guys agreed. Okay, next one. One of your friends has spent ages drawing a picture, a bit like this one here of the Internauts, and they've shared it. What could you comment back with an emoji?
Again, Jenny, I've got another couple of great ones here for you. First of all, I have got sticky out tongue emoji. Then I've got, ooh, I love that. Now, actually, Jenny, this is a bit of an easy one for me because I am a terrible drawer. So I think this picture's brilliant and I'm going to say, ooh, I love that.
Nice choice, Daniel, and I wonder what these guys chose. This next one is my favourite animal. Look how cute!
Oh, isn't that funny? I love foxes as well. I didn't know you liked foxes.
Daniel,
What?
It's not a fox. It's a red panda.
A red what?
A red panda.
Never heard of it, Jenny. Sorry. Okay, moving on. First of all, I have got blushy smiley face. Then I've got dreamy love eyes. Now, you know what? This is actually a tricky one because I think because I got the animal wrong, I would probably use this emoji, which is kind of an embarrassed face, isn't it?
Which is interesting because I would choose heart eyes. And that's okay. We're allowed to make our own choices. And I wonder what you guys chose. Okay, last one. I think this one's going to be tricky. What would you do if you saw somebody online having a bad day, like poor old Pip? Now you've got to think really carefully because things don't always come across how we mean them to.
Okay, so we want to try and cheer Pip up here, Jen, is that right? Is that going to be with crying with laughter emoji or sending you lots of love? Now actually, this is probably a bit more tricky than you think it is, and I'll tell you why. Because that is my favourite emoji. I use this all the time. I send it to Jenny absolutely loads. But let me ask you this, Jenny. If I was going to send you this emoji and I saw you online looking a bit upset, what could you think?
I would think that you were laughing at me because I was upset, and then I'd feel worse.
You would, wouldn't you? So I tell you what, in this instance, to try and cheer Pip up, and you, of course, if you're online, Jenny, I would use sending you lots of love. Now that last one's actually quite important because sometimes when we say something on the internet, it's not always the same as saying it to someone in person.
This only happens when we don't think about our comments before we send them. So I'd like you to try my say it out loud test. Next time you're about to post something and you're not sure it's quite right, say it out loud. And if it makes you think, I wouldn't say that to somebody else's face, Daniel, should you post it?
I don't think so, Jenny. No. Now, all internet legends know to be kind and positive to each other. So this is my challenge for you. After you finish watching this assembly, I want you guys to find someone online that you can be kind or positive to. And I'm going to give you a nice little example now because I've got Jenny here in the studio with me, and I'd like to say, Jenny, you are doing a fantastic job today.
Aw, thanks, Daniel. You too. And I love your Google hoodie.
Ah, thank you. But do you know what? If someone is being unkind to you or someone that you know, there are things you can do to stop them. They're going to appear on our screen, and when you see them, I want you to shout them out nice and loud with us. The first thing you could do is block. Secondly, you could report it to an adult or the website you're using. And lastly, you could
Tell an adult.
Do you know what? Sometimes I'm not quite sure which one to do, so I just do all three things together.
So, how can we be internet kind? Shout it out with us. We need to
respect each other.
Yes, so there you have it. You've seen all of Interland, and isn't it a cool place? Especially when we make the right choices. So I'm going to give the internauts a wave.
A wave?
Yeah.
Jenny, why are you waving?
Because
Oh,
we're going, aren't we?
You think we've finished, don't you? Jenny, you are forgetting probably the most important thing that all internet legends need to remember.
Sharp,
Yep.
alert,
Yeah.
secure, kind, brave. When in doubt, discuss.
Exactly, Jenny, which is called being internet brave. When an internaut hears or sees something they're not sure is right, they talk to somebody who can help them out with the situation. And this is just as important for all of you guys to remember as well, because guess what? There is always, always someone out there who can help you out.
Like who? Like my favourite YouTuber?
Well, do you know them to be able to speak to personally, Jenny?
No, never met them.
No, then that's not the right person, Jenny, because the person you're talking to has to be someone that you know well, that you trust, and you can tell them what's on your mind. Let's have a look at some of those people now. So here comes the list. It could be a parent, it could be a teacher, a carer, it could be your auntie or your uncle, your grandma or your grandpa. Let me ask you this, Jenny. Do you know any of these people here?
I know loads of them.
Yeah, absolutely. But I tell you what, don't worry if it's someone different that you would rather talk to. Because again, the important thing here is the person you are talking to is someone that you can trust. You can tell them what's on your mind, even in a tricky situation, and sometimes that is the bravest thing to do.
So brave. How can we be internet brave, guys? Shout it out with us. When in doubt, discuss. Yes.
Yes, indeed. There you have it. We are now nearly at the end of our assembly, which means you guys are nearly all internet legends. But not quite, because before we go, we have a challenge for you all. We want you guys to take away everything you've learnt today, teach it to everybody that you know, so that they can become internet legends too. But it's a lot to remember, so the best way to remember it is by learning the Internet Legends Pledge.
I've got my serious face on. I want you to join me, everybody. Shoulders back, heads held high, hand across your heart, and repeat after me. I promise
to
be sharp and think before I share.
To be sharp and think before I share.
To be alert and check it's for real.
To be alert and check it's for real.
To stay secure and protect my stuff.
To stay secure and protect my stuff.
To be kind and respect my fellow legends.
To be kind and respect my fellow legends.
To be brave. When in doubt, discuss.
To be brave, and when in doubt, discuss.
You guys are about to become internet legends. And to do that, we need you to shout this from the rooftops one last time.
Sharp,
alert,
secure, kind, brave! Wow, you guys have been absolutely brilliant. Ah, look, there's another letter. Jenny, can you see that? It's got the letter D.
Where? What?
Oh, Jenny, do you know what? I think that might be the last letter. So hopefully you've managed to write them all down and you've worked out what that word is. Let's have a think. What letters did we see? I, N, T, E, R, L, A, N, D. Jenny, do you know what that word is?
Interland!
It is Interland, and there's a reason we wanted you guys to see that word, because Interland is a game that you guys can play. It's absolutely free, it's brilliant, and all you need to do to play it is go to Google and type in B, Internet Legends, or you can type in Interland game and you'll be able to get there. Play it, have loads of fun, introduce it to your friends and family, and see if you can beat Jenny's highest score. But all that's left for us to say is thank you so much for being brilliant, watching today, and now you guys are officially Internet Legends!
It's time for us to go now. Happy internet exploring and bye-bye!
Bye!